What's good, YouTube? The one and only Ammon816 here on my channel and also the Kansas City TCG channel. We're here with Jesse. Jesse, what did you do? Actually, we're just going to show the people what you did.
Yeah, second place.
Second.
Not good enough for first, I guess.
It happens. It happens. You had a great 8-minute, 20-minute match.
Yeah, Tenpai does what Tenpai does, right?
Yeah, Tenpai does what Tenpai does. So check out the channel for the first place deck profile. This is the second place. But let's get into, oh my god, Yubel.
Yeah, Yubel Fiendsmith. I just want to give a quick shout out to my girlfriend. I love this token so much, and I got to use it a lot today. My boys, the man that destroyed my life right here. And then me and the other boys, the Ojamas. And then my other friends back home. Yeah, start off with the simple stuff. 3 Throne and a Terraforming. It's just the best starter in the deck. Opening this can be a called by or it can be a starter. So 1-card combo off of that. Lotus, your 1-card combo, another 1-card combo. Also interruption. I didn't really bring this back a lot, but the effect to bring back can set up an extra disruption a lot of times. It comes up more when you play Muckraker, but I didn't play Muckraker today because I thought a different card was a little bit better.
Okay.
I paid 2 Dark Quickening Beasts, 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, and then 3 Spirit Gates.
Okay.
Playing this makes this a 1-card combo. This card is really important in the grind game, so I'd rather see this. It helps you recycle your Nightmare Pain, helps you recycle your Spirits, helps you a lot.
Yeah, Brady cracked my head with this earlier.
Yeah, it's a really strong card. Yeah, this is all these cards minus this one are 1-card full boards, Veradros, Phantom, Oppos, plus Rage. So it'd be kind of silly not to play them.
Right.
And so some more 1-card combos, the Fiendsmith, Tract, and Lurie. I substituted a different card for Muckraker, so these aren't 1-card combos. But I felt like the card that I put in made this a better 1-card combo. I played it in the hand traps a little bit better, so I played the other card instead. But yeah, Fiendsmith. Before this card, the deck had a real struggle, like just being with their normal summon being interacted with. Same with Phantom. Like before Phantom was introduced, the normal summon was super like crutch. Yeah. So having these as extenders or additional starters really helps the deck push through interruption, and then his effect to just out cards gives the deck more removal that it was missing. So like when you pair this with Veradros to remove boards or to remove cards from the board, and then also this helps you burn. So like you can set up OTKs, which sometimes you struggle with in Yubel because you just can't. You have a bunch of 0/0s, but between this, Lacrima, and Veradros, you're able to live more often than not. Yeah. This card fusion effect kind of comes up in the grave. Oh, and also a cool interaction I forgot to mention is sometimes you can open Lurie, and it's like really good with the gates because this triggers off at any time it's discarded. So when you discard a Reborn, you just get 2 free bodies. So it's a really broken interaction that came up a few times today. I feel like it's important to mention. Some of the best extenders in the deck. This guy is a double extender. This is just one that dodge hand traps, really. This guy can dodge hand traps and also serves as 2 extenders, which is so broken. This card helps you just like set up your board, obviously, but the graveyard effect can also summon from hand, which does come up if you're like Spirit stuck in your hand, like if you have Gates or something. Like you have access to this, but you don't have Gates, and you have Spirit in your hand. You can touch summon and then continue to play and get even more bodies, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool interaction. Also, it can banish from hand, so it can also be kind of like a pseudo starter of Spirit. The 1 chamber to go with my Shavara. I wanted to link away the Rage. No, my least favorite cards in the deck: Spirit, Terror, Yubel, and Nightmare Pain. I opened this card about half the games probably. These cards don't do shit. This card typically doesn't do anything. I wanted to cut it. I actually had it cut for Nats, but on the way back from Nats, I realized that if I open Throne and I use it as a call by to set up my Phantom, I need this in deck so I can still use my Phantom, because otherwise my hand traps, I can't use the Phantom. But shout out to my lab player for playing into this with a Nightmare Pain on board twice and winning me the top cut match. Pretty funny. But yeah, this has a niche effect where like sometimes you can end on it if you're like in a really low grind, like you're just like desperate for anything, and then like they're really low on resources, you can summon this, leave it on board, clear their board of monsters on the end phase, and sometimes that gets you there because it kills a lot of their follow-up, but that very rarely comes up.
Yeah.
I wanted to play Breakers, but I was scared of Gimmick Puppet and Templi, really, because Templi I can't really hand trap. I mean, I can't really break their board because they're going second, so I wanted to have Ash at least for that deck. Didn't work out for me. 3 Veiler, 3 Droll, 3 Nibiru, and then 3 Imperm. These ones were like the ones I wanted to play for sure, just because like they were just very generic, but also like Imperm can also serve as a board breaker. Ash is good against Kaiman, good against Kaiman. Veiler is really bad against Templi, obviously, but like this is like moderately okay against Snake Eye, and like good against other rogue options. So these are just kind of the generic ones. Nibiru, I think it was really good for like going into a lot of the new combos for Snake Eye, kind of playing the Nib pretty hard. So I liked it, and since I was playing Nib, I felt comfortable playing Droll. Because the decks that could play through Droll, they would still play the Nib hard if they were playing through Droll. So I felt like these paired well together, better than like a Mourner or something. Because Mourner is just, I just don't like that card really. I don't like the fact that I have to wait for them to special summon. So that's a 42 card main deck. Would have been 41, but I had to put the Spirit in, like I said. For the extra deck, 2 Phantom. Like I said, this helps you have a call by just off your Nightmare Throne. Helps you just extend sometimes. Sometimes you just use it as a free body to continue playing. It pairs really well with the other card of my extra deck. There was one game where I had a Lurian Grave. I'll just show it now. I had a Lurian Grave and I had set up for a Phantom, but I only had 2 bodies on board. And I haven't gone through any of my Fiendsmith stuff because they interrupted me. But so I summoned Cross Sheep with the Lurian Grave, summon the Phantom, reborn the Lurian, do my full Fiendsmith combo, and it kills him. So this card is super important for that. It also makes the Fiendsmith opening Engraver a lot better because of these other fusions I play. So the TCG exclusive, obviously, these cards are so broken in this deck. Yes. This card specifically is like what makes the Cross Sheep really good. So like when you use your Engraver, you use your Tracked Engrave to summon Lacrimosa or Lacrima, and then you use Lacrima to reborn the Engraver. You link the Lacrima off and the Engraver off for Cross Sheep, and then or not Cross Sheep, I'm sorry. For your Fiendsmith Engine, so your Fiendsmith Engine. For Sequence, Sequence will summon this, dump, you link these 2 into Cross Sheep, and since you have 2, you'll have Lacrima and Engraver engraved, so you can just banish these, summon this back, and since you dumped your Lotus, when you summon this back to the Cross Sheep zone, you just summon back the Lotus and then it starts to plays. And you don't have to waste through Yama and your Rage. You don't have to Shavara. You waste so many resources if you use like just going into Yama with those 2 and then bringing this back to link into Yama to reborn this. Because then you use your Yama to reborn the Lotus, which is just like very meh. Like when you do this, you play around hands like a Nib especially because like they don't like once you summon, you're always gonna end on that was just off Engraver, so you can have any other like extenders, but so it's really strong in that regard.
And you got top 8.
So yeah, Requiem, Close Sky. This card's just so strong paired with Necroclip. Just being able to extend, also being able to out the board and give it extra attack. Like under Skill Drain, I was under Skill Drain quite a few times today. This gave me extra attack to beat over stuff.
Yeah.
I played Veradrops. I like this card a lot. I didn't mention I played Desiree as well. I felt the Omni negates were very valuable, and I think this deck utilizes Desiree the best in the format because you're able to use your chamber to set up another interruption while also negating a Dark Ruler or a Droplet. So I feel like that was very strong interaction that I wanted to play. So that's why I played this. This being Omnigate, it's really accessible. Helps you OTK, helps out random cards like back row. Just a lot of removal and protection in one card, so it seems too strong to not play. The reason I picked up Yubel in the general is because I love Unchained cards, but Yama and Rage, these cards are like necessary if you're playing a Fiend deck, in my opinion. They're just way too strong. This reborning Yubel, or even sometimes when you get super hand trapped and they remove your Close Sky, or like a Lurie or something before, and this in the grave, and you still have enough bodies to go into Yama, and you can't get into another Light Fiend or whatever. You can get this engraved, and since you search for Var, you can pop a random card, use your Yama to reborn your Light Fiend, and go back into Requiem, and just combo from there. So that's a really strong interaction that helped me win a lot of games. The last 2 cards are SP to go into with Rage, and then Oppo's the end board piece. Helps play through Nib. I personally don't think that Oppo. I think Oppo's like okay. Like I think it is kind of toxic, but I feel like it's really susceptible to board breakers a lot of the time. So I feel like it should. I don't think it needs to be hit, but maybe it does. I wanted a card for at Nassau. I lost to Pokemon Drago a lot from Spheres from Templine, so I wanted a better card than that. So I played Banker Tops. This card also deals with macro a lot, like Skill Drain. It's really strong in that. So. This card was really impactful for me when I saw it. I knew you had Cedar Village. I was trying to figure out what the 3 Bystials. I originally had 2 of this because I valued this with Phantasme. Like Phantasme and Nib, like with this Baldrake is like really strong. It's like kind of sets up more interruptions.
Yep.
But I didn't have enough room. I had to cut the one to make room for my Panker Tops. Phantasme is super strong in the Snake Eyes. That's why I wanted to play. It's also pretty good in Yubel, just being able to have targeting protection from like a Rage or like a Princess or an SP even. Being able to fix your hands because I say breaking the Terror Incarnate.
Yeah.
2 Cosmic for like Runic decks and like random back row. And then the Beatrice package with these 3 Beatrice. This one's used for Snake Eye. This one's used for pretty much everything else. I guess sometimes this card's like good. I was playing Griffin originally, so I could set the anti-spell because like every deck, all your 1-card combos are a 1-card combo to search anti-spell.
Yeah.
But I decided it wasn't worth it. Like playing in the hand traps, it didn't happen enough. And then I also cut Muckraker, so you need Muckraker to make that card more viable. So I cut that. But yeah, that's everything. 42 card main deck. Deck was really good today.
Gotcha. Any shout outs? Any afterthoughts?
No, just shout out to Alec because he's a piece of shit.
Congratulations to number 1.
Yeah, I love him. He took it.
Hey, you snuck in at 8th at X2? X2 snuck 8th and you won it, so hey, Tenpai Dragon.
He popped off. But yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Alright guys, it's the one and only M&A16. Make sure to subscribe to both the Kansas City TCG channel and the M&A16 channel. Remember, there's always a move to make, and until next time, YouTube, deuces.